Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brent.
My name is Mariano.
And today we want to share with you a very interesting perspective that we have as dog trainers. When we hear our clients describe a lot of their dog's behavior, we tend to hear it in very binary terms. So our dogs are either good or they're bad. They're either happy or they're sad. And the problem is sometimes when we think of it as black or white, we tend to miss a lot of the details in between. So as part of our professional training, we actually have to learn how to look at a dog's behavior in more depth. And we call this depth the third dimension.
Exactly. When we talk about the third dimension, essentially what we are looking at is, in order to take that closer look, we consider things like a dog's temperament. Some are a little more extroverted, some are very playful, some are a little more shy, some are a little more nervous. We've also got things like a dog's genetic drive. Some are bred to be very socially driven. Some love to play, some are a little more protective, some are herding dogs, some are working dogs. We've also got things to consider like parenting styles, right? Do you spoil your dogs? Do you let your dog sleep on the couch? Do they sleep on the bed with you? Are they crated? How much time do you spend with them? We've also got things like environment. Do you live on a farm? Do you live in an apartment? Do you live in a city? All these things contribute, and all these things help us create a more rounded approach that we can then give back to the owner.
Exactly. And why is this extremely important? Well, as dog trainers, this is extremely important because we see a lot of misdiagnosis of dogs' behavior. And it tends to happen in three specific forms. We tend to see that people will generalize dogs' behavior. An example of this would be if your dog was aggressive towards a dog at daycare or at the dog park, a lot of times it's very normal for us to fear that maybe if we have a kid at home that all of a sudden my dog is going to be aggressive towards my kid. Now this generalization, even though it's not far-fetched, it tends to be very inaccurate when looking at the grand scheme of things. Another thing that we tend to do is we tend to project our feelings, or the way that we're feeling, towards dogs' behavior. So anytime that we are feeling like a bad dog owner, anytime we feel shame or guilt in regards to how our dogs are being treated or how we're treating our dogs, we tend to actually not give the dog actually what they need, which sometimes is structure or our love or our guidance, and we kind of just tend to let the dog to do whatever they want. And this is normal, and I'm guilty of it myself with my own puppy. Okay, so it's really important that we have a perspective on that. Now also, we tend to assume certain things based on what we've heard from our friends or what our neighbor tells us who are not dog trainers. We tend to assume certain behaviors are acceptable, certain behaviors are normal for a certain breed or a certain type of dog. And the problem is when we start getting into generalizations like that, it ends up not being fair for the dog. Okay, just like if you generalize people a little too much, it ends up not being fair for that person as an individual. So the whole point is that we want to get to the root of the issue. Okay, if we can get to the root of the issue, we can actually prevent a lot of bad things from developing. Okay, our number one goal and passion as dog trainers is to be able to help coach owners to understand their dog's behavior in a lot more depth, so that way we can get our dogs to become well-adapted members of their family. But my personal passion is I want to make sure that if our dogs behave, we can actually do more things with them. We can take them out places, we'll play with them more, we'll enjoy them more, and this to me helps us ensure that our dogs will live a long, happy life in our homes, and they will never run the risk of going back to a rescue organization or having to be given up in a shelter.
Exactly. We hope you guys enjoyed this. Now, keep an eye open because we're going to be doing more, and we ask you guys a quick favor. If you have a minute, write us a question. We want to start some Q&A videos very soon, so either leave it commented down below, or you can email us. We'll have everything listed and in the description for you, or you can Instagram, however you want to get it to us, just please do. And we will see you soon. We hope you enjoyed it.
We'll see you guys later.